The flow practice is designed to basically do that. Okay? Designed to get rid of the sympathetic, turn it off. It turns it off because, see, when it's turned on, what happens is our adrenaline is turned on. What happens is there's this sense of unease inside. There's a sense of tension in the body. Our mind is not able to focus. It's kind of scattered because it's always in defense. It's always aware of fear. So when we calm down the body will switch from sympathetic to parasympathetic, be able to relax. And now the body can recover. Now the body can be able to digest the food. It can actually rejuvenate the body. If you're like that, there's always a sense of unease. And I know how it feels because, when it happens for me and I'm connected to it, I'm like, oh man, I feel it. I'm off, because the sympathetic is firing, constantly firing. Do this practice every single morning, okay? Do this 60-minute version if you're really serious on doing it, on clearing it very quickly. And in the beginning, what's gonna happen is your body is conditioned to feeling that way. So after the practice, you're gonna feel really good. You're like, it's like just this nice calmness. You don't have to do it well. It's not about doing this practice well. People ask, Mike, what happens if I can't do the push-ups? Or Mike, what if I can't do that move? Then skip it, or just do what you can. It's not about doing it well. It's about just doing it. And then as you do it, you get better at it, and then you start to do it well. But don't worry about how you do it. It doesn't matter. I purposely made it that simple. You can't mess up. That's the thing. Some things like, all right, you need me to be instruct you gotta have bad form, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't need that. You don't need any of that. You can't mess this up. You hear what I'm saying? You can't mess up this practice. Just do it. Just do it the best you can, okay? Whatever you can't do, skip it. Do this every day. What's gonna happen is that you are conditioning your body to a new default state. Right now, there's a good chance your body's in a default state of sympathetic, which means you're in a default state of fight or flight, which means your default state of energy is adrenaline. Okay. So when you do this practice, you're going to be able to relax. You're not going to stay that way for too long. You'll stay that way for some, and then it fires back into regular. You start living your life, you start thinking the same way, boom, boom, boom. It starts to happen, you start to feel it again. But the next morning you wake up and you do it again, and you keep doing it. And every time when you do this practice, you are getting your body to let go of the accumulated tension, because your tension has built up for a little while, okay? It's built up for a little while. And imagine like a container. This is the amount of tension. Every day when you do the practice, you reduce it a little bit. Reduce it, reduce it, reduce it, reduce it, reduce it. And you keep dropping it down. And at some point, when you drop down all of the accumulated tension, you're now able to just stay relaxed as a default state, as your normal state of being. When this happens, you also learn how to stop new tension from accumulating, new stress from accumulating. Because we have to do two things. We have to get rid of the old stuff, and we also have to prevent new stuff. Both is very important. If we just get rid of the old stuff and the new stuff keeps packing on, it's like, it doesn't work that well. But that will start to happen because you'll start to become less reactive with new things that are happening. As you do the practice, you'll learn how to not judge. You'll learn how to not compete and compare. You'll learn how to be able to relax your body. And then when new stress happens, and happens on the spot, and you feel your body tense up, and you feel your stomach tense up, you feel yourself holding your breath, you realize you are aware that's happening because you are more aware now of your body. Now you can just relax. Now you know you're connected to your body now. You just drop it. Something that you would have held on to, and then that holding on to it becomes accumulated stress and tension or flat on. You drop it on the spot, and boom, your system turned on for a second to sympathetic, and then it turned right back off. And now it's back into parasympathetic. Now you're relaxed again. You can do that. So that's what it takes every single day. And you'll condition your body. You're literally getting your body used to being in a new state. It's just the same way like how your body got into the sympathetic state. It's the same idea. You got stressed, but you didn't let it go fully. This happens to everybody. We get stressed, we get angry and all this stuff. Just because we stop thinking about it doesn't mean that our body let it go. Our body's still holding on to it, but we don't know because we're not connected to our body. We're not feeling the body. If you're not feeling the body, then how do you know if you're tense? You don't even feel the tense. So what happens? The tenseness is there, but we don't feel it. We're just angry in our head, da, 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 da. And later on we go, I'm gonna stop thinking about it. But our body is still tense. Our body is still reacting. Our body is like still, But our mind's not thinking, it's going somewhere else now. But now our body still holds on to it and doesn't hold on to the whole thing. Let's say you get tense, it's 100%, and then you drop it down. And then now you only hold on to maybe 5%. You can't really tell, it's so subtle. So it's no big deal. But that little 5% accumulated over years and years and years. And people don't know how to let go in their body. Nobody's taught them. We don't learn this in school. This is not something, this is just something that's, somebody has to do research. They have to actually jump in and learn because it's not even talked about enough, not yet. But it is happening much more now. So we're in a different world now. It's happening more so than anywhere else. And so now we know how to let it go. So we don't build up on it. And that's what happens with everybody. That's why most people is sympathetic is turned on. So you're not the only one. Most people is like that. So they don't know how to turn off. So you know what they depend on? They depend on smoking, drinking. They depend on popping a whole bunch of pills. They depend on all kinds of stuff to try to get them to relax. And the people that aren't doing those things to relax, they're just not even focused on their body. They're not connected to their body because when they connect to it, there's so much pain and discomfort. Now they're just bring their attention to everything else, So that's how you turn it off. You got to go ahead and just get your body used to being relaxed by doing the practice. And every time you do, your body's conditioned a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And your body will eventually get used to the new state of being, which is to be relaxed, to be calm, and to have inner peace. And therefore now your parasympathetic would become the new default state, like how it should be, like how all the animals and all the living things out there, that's how they are. They're all like that except for us.